What's going on, everybody? So I just wanted to show off today's haul. I was over in the field behind my house with my metal detector. That's not part of today's haul. We're going to talk about that though. Yeah, I had a little bit more luck today than I have ever had in that field before. I have found one other coin in that field so far, and that happened to have been the very first year Indian head sent, and I didn't realize it at the time. I was actually live streaming. I was trying out my first live stream with the phone. I figured I was up on a hill, had good reception, so why not? And I didn't realize it at the time, but that one didn't have the shield on the reverse up top. So that's what told me that was the first year Indian head. It's the only year they did without the shield on the back. But anyway, I also, while I was out in that field, got permission from the house directly across the street. The owner, I heard a car door shut and open, and I ran over because I wanted to get permission. The house is the original house that used to run the field, the farm that I was on, and it's old, probably late 1700s, early 1800s, stone foundation. My house has a poured foundation, but my house was built in the late 1800s. And the one up the road is much older than mine. So he let me search around his property too a little bit, and had a little bit of luck there. I found this. Well, let me get to the field first. I found some mystery metals. I'm not sure what that is, but it's got some sparkly in it. It's probably just pop metal. I didn't know what this was at the time, but I do now. It's just some lead. It's a rock, but it rang out, and I brought it home. Now that I got it all cleaned up, I'm saying it's just a rock. This. Red on my VDI display on my metal detector is iron. I'm pretty sure it's a piece of meteorite. Wouldn't be the first one I found, but I will find out next time I go see my geologist. And if anybody ever finds a rock that they think might be a meteorite, go to your nearest museum, find out if they have a geologist working on staff. Quite often they do, and they are more than willing to meet with you. So I'll find out about that. If it is a piece of meteorite, believe it or not, that thing's worth like $10. If it's irony meteorite. If it was nickel, then it's worth more. I think it's like $100 a gram or some crazy shit for a piece of nickel meteorite. I do have one, and my dumbass, not knowing what I was doing at the time, didn't know what it was, so I snapped it in half and looked at it, and I'm like, oh, it's maybe I should have somebody look at this. But the reason I saved my mystery metals is because this was one of them. At one time or another, I found this thing in the backyard of the house I'm living in now, and it just looks like some old little rocking horse. A couple of years after I found this, I saw it on a YouTube video. Rare Monopoly pieces. This was a rocking horse that was only made between 1930 and 1950, and it didn't appear in many editions at that time. Yes, my chicken scratch handwriting. That was probably never mind. Anyway, what do we have over here? My coins for the day. I have identified the coin that I found earlier. I do have a positive ID. This is not the coin that we're here to talk about. This is a Lincoln Memorial cent I found at a house built in the 1700s. Lucky me. The other coin I found at that house was a 1978 Washington quarter. Yay. Here's what I found out in the field. Nope, that was before. I found this tiny little button. Nothing special. Old snap or rivet with a piece of leather on it. Pretty neat. Piece of a bale seal. Can't really make out what's on it. Maybe nothing at this point. There's my other bale seal from today. I haven't found too many of these. I haven't been in the hobby of metal detecting too long, believe it or not. Several years, but I don't get out as often as I'd like. I'm not 100% positive, but I believe this came off of an old post office box. The house that I live in used to be a hotel and bar, as well as a post office and many other things throughout the years. When I came and did the showing here, when I first came to look at the house, they actually still had the little cubicle boxes in the bar room, along with a penny scale. That they wouldn't let that go. I told them I wanted it with the house. I wouldn't take the house without it, and they were like, well, have a good day. I'm like, all right, I was just, you know, can't blame me for trying. Old musket ball. This is a tag I found at that house today. In case of need, notify Lutheran Chapel. National Lutheran Church. On the other side, Bureau of Service to military personnel. That's actually pretty neat. I don't know what that was. I'm thinking it was a top to something. This one's got a little, what's left of a hinge maybe. These were both found in the same hole. Here's the best for last. I have a positive ID on my old colonial copper. Do you recognize it? Anybody? Can you see the date? I actually kind of can right now on the screen. The other side that I was looking at, I was thinking it was a flying eagle. It's not. This is corroded. It is an 1805 drape bust. Yeah, man. My first colonial copper, I got a drape bust. I saw the ponytail and I started searching and searching and searching, and I was holding it up. I was facing it up like this, thinking that it was part of a wreath, but I couldn't find it. I couldn't find a wreath that looked like that, and I'm still searching and searching and searching, and finally I found the drape bust and I saw her ponytail. That's it. And you can just make out the date. So, yep, this was my birthday present to me. Yay me. Oh, yeah, I'm 44 today. I'm not real thrilled about getting older, but what the hell am I going to do? I guess I'm going to get into coin collecting and metal detecting. Yeah. I'm also into Volkswagen, air-cooled, Volkswagen Beetles. Time to start picking up the old man hobbies, right? Actually, I've been into the Volkswagen Beetles for a long time, but I'm going to embrace it, right? Fuck it. All right, everyone. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you. I will talk to you all later and wish you all much love.